what are the Copilots available today and which Copilots are part of M365 so far. And we will go for a quick walkthrough on the Copilot Studio and discuss about creating a custom Copilot and some app demonstration on that, with how we can get the benefits most out of a custom Copilot first. So Power Automate, let's start by Power Automate. It's a cloud-based service that allows you to automate workflows between your favorite apps and services. Like my favorite app is SharePoint, so I will be giving demonstration on that. With Power Automate, you can create flows that can automate repetitive tasks, integrate with other apps and services. Even and even you can build custom connectors with third-party application or other sources which are not available on the Microsoft platform. Some of the key features of Power Platform include automation, integration, and I really love the pre-built templates which it have, which really help the beginners. And these features help to reduce manual work, increase efficiency, and improve productivity. I just want to share experience back in 2005. I worked for a Dubai-based group, and they have some manual processes which were running, taking almost 40 days. So we automated one of the processes which taking 40 days, and that with after the automation, the process was completing in 4 to 5 days. So now you will, and that was in back we use Nintex and SharePoint for that. And now you can understand that what is the importance of automation, how it can improve your productivity. Now, if I for SharePoint Online, it's also available on-premise, but we will discuss only about SharePoint Online, which is also a cloud-based service and that allows you to store, organize, share information and others to connect. It's a very powerful tool that can be used for document management, collaboration within teams, and also securely sharing content with others outside the organization. With SharePoint Online, you can create team sites, store files on it, and can work with your colleagues or other team members in real time, which is very helpful and very productive. The features help to increase productivity, improve collaboration, and ensure that your data is in a secure place, which is very important. And we have been, because working in the US market, there are secure data which they don't want to leak. Even in Middle East, people were using SharePoint because of its security. So we will be taking a quick look on that. And just I jump into next slide. I just want to share, if you are new to Power Platform or you want to learn about things, and especially the demos which you have been seeing since yesterday, and you want to try anything, you can do it for free by going to developer.microsoft.com. There you can create a demo tenant, and which is a developer tenant which is available to you, and this will allow you to explore all the Microsoft 365 apps, all can do all the demos which you will be seeing today from me and other members. And also you can explore, learn about Microsoft Teams, everything which is available on to the tenant, and you can also explore everything. So what I will be doing today is through that demo tenant which I have created for these sessions. So if we talk about Copilot, Copilot is now everywhere. If you can see this, one Microsoft Copilot, it's available on operating systems, developers. You might have heard about GitHub Copilot. That's very helpful. And I just want to tell you about GitHub Copilot. I recently was working on a PowerShell script for SharePoint 2010. So I do not have the environment to test it. I only have client customers environment. So I just executed the ask Copilot to create a PowerShell script for a specific task. It generated the task. It's thrown some errors, but I resolved the errors with the help of Copilot. And just going further, what is a Copilot? What you think? Is it a bot, chatbot like you have seen in websites? Yes, it's a bot, but it generates you technical output. based on your requirements in natural language. So you will be just like you were discussing to a human. It will be it's a technical. It will be sharing the technical knowledge available on the internet, or if you can connect it with your available data, it will generate with the help of generative AI. It will start generating content for you. So here you can see you might have seen this one browsers browser and search on the Bing, which is available through Bing and operating system. Most of the users already got that on Copilot for Windows. Now, if we talk about businesses, these are all the Copilots comes on the businesses Power Platform, and modern work comes up with M365 for creating the office documents. That's also very helpful, and I have generated a couple of documents using that. I will also show you. And then comes up data and AI. So we have a couple of areas. Almost Microsoft is covering all the areas with their copilots. And these are the copilots which are available today at this time. Like you can have my M365 Copilot, Teams Copilot, Outlook Copilot, Power Automate Copilot. And even if you see that you need to create your own Copilot, which only can show the information from the specific areas, you can create your own Copilot, which I will show you how you can create your own Copilot. And Copilot works with Microsoft 365 apps and the content in M365 and also the content in Microsoft Graph, which Microsoft Graph can pull, such as emails, chat, and documents that user have permitted to access. This is the key. If you have ever used SharePoint search, it only search the content where user have access. So similar way, Copilot only fetch the information if you have using within your organization in which user have access. So if you have bad security, your security is not mapped properly, there's sensitive content which where permissions are not properly set, users are able to see that content. So with the help of Copilot, you will be able to update your permissions to have a secure environment, secure content management for your existing content. And it combines the power of large language models and with your data in Microsoft Graph and the M365 apps to turn your words into most powerful productivity tool. Let's see how it could be possible. So for the just sharing the steps, which I will be showing you on demo, that we have when we create a custom Copilot, there could be what would be the data sources for custom Copilot? It could be any public site which have some text content, and you can also connect with your SharePoint site. Why SharePoint site? Because there are HR sites, there are IT sites which have FAQs or help documents available for the organization. For example, a new employee joined the organization and he wants to see the employee or onboarding details. So you can share that content, relevant content, to a custom Copilot. And even you can also upload some documents for the whenever user will ask something, the custom Copilot will fetch information from that, and it will rephrase the information, not use the exact words like the search. What is search does? It fetch the exact information, but what Copilot does, it checks information and generate a content and share with you, and also share the reference so that you can track the reference there. And we will also continue. I will show you the configuration steps if we are using the SharePoint, so that only user can only see the content which he have access. Now, and the security will be managed using the Intra ID on Azure, and I will also show you the steps how we can manage the security on Azure, and that all will be in through the demo tenant, which developer tenant, which I have created. So I think time to jump into the workflow here. So how you can get to the SharePoint Copilot here? So here, I will just go to the Copilot studio.microsoft.com. You can see this URL here. Copilotstudio.microsoft.com. This is the URL for Copilot. If you are accessing it for the first time with your Microsoft account, it will ask you for the trial license. If you have a demo tenant, just click for the trial and you can jump into this screen. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can just ask me and I will love to answer. So first of all, I'm going to create these are the copilots and which I have recently created. What I will do, I will create another copilot. I will name it as a different name like IT Copilot. Okay. Because you have also a demo on HR. So I will just take it as an IT Copilot. I will create it where user can ask for different. And you might have seen that there was an option to add the URL in the previous stream. I missed to tell you. And that will help you to share the websites on which you want to create any public website or any other website. So this is the basic information which has been created. I'm not going to detail of everything, but I will show you how you can quickly get started on this. So this is the interface of the Copilot. It has topics. And before I move further, if you heard about Power Virtual Agents, this was the studio for Power Virtual Agent in past, but Microsoft have changed the Power Virtual Agents to topics and here within Copilot, and now Copilot Studio is much more than that. You can create, generate complete AI-based components in it, and which use the generative AI generative AI for responding to you, and also you can connect to your business processes with the help of Power Virtual Agent topics. So I will first, I'm within my IT Copilot. I will go to the settings here. It have an option for generative AI. And within generative AI, I can add a URL here. It's not giving me the option to add the URL here this time. Oh, one more thing. Anything can happen on live demos. It's showing me an older version of generative of this one, but if you create a new demo, you will see that the things are enabled for you. And I just need to do one more thing. Let me delete the Copilot first. And just deleting it. Actually, I do not believe that we are going to delete a Copilot. Okay, now I will recreate. Let's see if it allows to recreate the Copilot. Here, I need to add a URL here, which can be any URL. What I will do, I will give it the URL of my personal blog. And this blog has nothing to, it just have articles, no purchasing information, just articles and no connectivity with Microsoft. Normally, if you post article on your blog, it takes time to search available on Google Chrome based on the site indexing. So it is generated here. If I go back to my settings, generative AI here, you will see my website is showing up here. And I can add multiple websites up to, I think, 5 or the information listed here, that how many websites can be added. And similarly, I can also upload some of the documents. Before going further, let's search something on this one. I will search for the how to get OneDrive URL. I have an old post on the OneDrive. I'm just searching for it. Let's see how the crawl works. You have seen that it hardly taken a few minutes, less than a minute. And when I added the blog, and it generated the information. It went to the blog and fetched information. This is not the exact wordings which I have used. It generated it by itself. So if you have any questions, you can also add in the chat. I will take a look to those. And here on the, if I can show you here on the, this is a tooltip of the link, and it's showing me that it's coming up from the mssector.com and the URL of the blog. So you will understand here that how easy it is to add a bot. And if you're creating a bot, or I would say Copilot for your organization, you can add your relevant informations, like you want to share Power Bootcamp links here where you can find all the events. If it's a purchasing site, you can also add the information, and you need some configurations, and you can see everything. Like I want to say on the Microsoft site, I want to see which is the latest Surface product. It will show you the latest Surface product. So you can ask different queries to it. Now this is done. Now let's on the Microsoft. We have seen how we can create a custom Copilot for external applications. Now I'm going to the admin center, which is this is a SharePoint admin center. If you haven't seen this before, it's very simple to use. I'm going to the active sites. Here I will create. Now this is a 0 to A to Z demo, I would say. I'm creating a new site. So now you will understand that whatever I'm creating today, it's how easy it is to manage things within SharePoint, within Microsoft 365. And I will name it. I'm using this template here. Just I'm using the very default values, IT service. I'm just naming it as IT service, and this will require a Microsoft 360 group column, and this site can also be connected with the Microsoft team. And I'm not changing any information. This is a public private website. I will create the site here, and it asking me to create the members. I don't need to create any of the member here. And meanwhile, it generating information. I will show you another folder here on my. So this is folder on my personal machine, which have a couple of files that have been created. Yes, we can create it. I just got a question that can we integrate Copilot in a private blog or workspace like Notion? Yes, we can use it. I will show you the deployment steps. So you can, once you have created the Copilot, you can deploy it to your public site. Because it's just like if you have used Power Virtual in past, that can be integrated to your personal blog also. In past I did that on my personal blog also. So that's very easy to deploy, but that will be connected to your if within organization, like the public information can be managed easily, but if it's fetching the information from your SharePoint or your organization, then it will require the authentication. I will show you a couple of steps here. So these are the documents which I have generated using with the help of Microsoft 365 Copilot. Let me show you. I want to know about the best practices for object-oriented coding. I just have created this document. Let me show you once it loads with how easy it is to what type of how much Copilot can help. You can see this whole document here. I have mentioned that the Copilot. I have a company named MS Sector, and I want to generate a coding best practice document for my company. Here you can see that it's showing me the object-oriented principles, naming conventions. It generated a complete document, and these are very impressive documents. Even for my learning, if I have with a strong dev background, I was amazed with the information, with the naming conventions to be used today or in past. I have generated I played around with Copilot and generated some valuable informations. So now I'm going back to the this information. I will be using it. I finished. The site has been created, and I will go for IT service. It's showing me the site. I will go to the site here, and you will see the site has been created. I will go to the documents and we'll just create these documents. Now you will see that all the documents have been uploaded to the SharePoint here. Now what I need to do, I need to copy the URL of this. Where is my Copilot? Here is the Copilot here, and I will go to the IT Copilot. We'll go to the settings, generative AI. So what the generative AI does, that it generates the natural language, process your Copilot and generate the natural language. I just need to add the URL here, like it will understand that with the SharePoint that it's a SharePoint site. And I believe that I can add up to 4 or 5 SharePoint sites to this list. Now the information has been saved, and I will save the information here. It's saving it, and the information has been saved. Now I'm going back to Copilot. You can see that I have added the URL. Tell me about naming. Okay, I have few spell mistakes. I'm not changing them. Let's see how the bot understands these naming conventions. You might have seen if you're searching something on Twitter or Google, Google corrects spellings, but Twitter or some of the known platforms do not correct the spellings and will return you zero result. So here I made a mistake, which could be any human error. So I will search for it. Let's see what information, if it generates something or not. And if I click on this one, it will, I just clicked on the board. It went to the Copilot here. You can see here. And it's showing me create generative answers. And it's showing me the 2 data sources here now. Public website, which is my blog, and second one is SharePoint and OneDrive. Means it's on the SharePoint. It understands that this is a SharePoint or OneDrive URL from your tenant. And now it's fetching the information, generated some result, and completed the flow. If I go there to ensure your effective, consistent SharePoint online businesses descriptive, it mentions some of the information. And Copilot can also generate the information from online. Let's see from what is the source of this information. It's showing me, oh, it generated from the my blog. Let me check from some other. I need to check some other information. Maybe my face, it went to the blog first. Tell me about leave policy. Let's see. I have some HR documents also, which I have uploaded. So this also helps me that how easy it is in searching the information from a specific location. So here you will see that it's unable to rephrase or unable to get something. What I will do, I will go back to the Copilot here. I will come back to the IT Copilot and will ask the same question. Tell me about employee leave policy. Let's see if it can generate the information. Rephrasing it. Maybe I have. Let me check on the information. If I go to any of the documents here, which I have uploaded, let's tell me about hiring procedure. Tell me about available jobs. I have a document where I have added some of the jobs available in the organization. Something is getting wrong here. It's not reading it. Or it could be a possibility that I'm not authorized to view the information. So I need the Copilot. Normally on the test page, it do not ask it, but that could be a possibility. So when let me publish the information first. Let me try it by publishing it. If it publish. So I'm just testing it because it's new. I have given a couple of demos in it, but something can happen on the live demos because Microsoft is also pushing changes on the on this almost on weekly basis, or because they have been updating the system based on the feedback from the community and also based on the requirements. So I will ask the question again. Let's see if it returns something. Tell me about available. So let's see if it goes to the shipment now. Your library is not currently configured for this port. However, this is where the this is new for me. I will go to the site. Maybe I have recently created. I will go for the tell me. You can see, and this is here is the key where experience comes in. That you will be learning from the live demo how I'm going to troubleshoot it here. Why? I'm asking about a document on which is related to the employee onboarding. Let's see if I understand it or not. So now it means that I was not asking the right questions to the Copilot. It was generating any information to me. And now again, before I claim anything, I will first go to the URL, the source, which source it gives me. So I will let me. I mouse over on it. Oh, it again went to the my blog, not going to the SharePoint site. So what could be the reason here? It seems that so Copilot can be deployed just before I jump in. The Copilot can be deployed on all these apps. These are custom websites you can see here. Custom website is also listed here on Teams, Facebook. You can also add on it on the Facebook. So they're different. And if you go to the channels here, this will tell you the steps how to deploy the application on that specific area. I will be discussing that later on. So what could be the reason here? It means that that site is not understanding me, it's not authorizing me the information. So what I need to do now, I need to do the authentication here. So how? Mm, somehow I will go to the portal.azure.com. And here app registrations. I will just set app registration. It will show me the option for the app registration. And I will click on, I have a few apps showing up here. I will create a new app. I will name it as IT Copilot. And here you can see it giving you a couple of options here. For this organization only or multi-tenant. So I will go for this option. And why? Because if there are guest users, they can also get the information from the organization. I will just go for the registration. No other change here so far. Now you need to understand the steps for creating an app. First, what I need to do, I need to add some permissions to the app here. Yes. So I will go to the API permissions here. Here you will see that I have the user.read permissions I have, but I don't. I need few more permissions. I will click on this add permissions, and here I will go to the Microsoft Graph. And because Copilot works with the help of Microsoft Graph, it will be fetching the information. And now I will give the delegate permissions to my blog. And this will be a topic which can be discussed later on. So I will just give delegate permission to my blog, and here you will see these are the two, OpenID and profile. These two informations would be required, and so that Copilot, when going to authorize, it had the details of the user so that it can fetch the information based on that user. And I have selected these two. Now I would also need two more permissions. One is site dot read. Sorry, sites dot read permissions. I will just say. So it's showing me read all or read write. I will only select read all, and also I will also go for the files, because so that my Copilot can read the files. And I believe that with the Copilot we cannot read the list items. Files dot read all. I will add these permissions. So now you will see that I have these permissions now. These four permissions are added here. And now I will do the grant admin consent here. This one. Yes. So you can see here the consent has been granted. Now I need to create that client secret for it. I will go to these certificates and secrets here, and we'll add a client secret here by clicking on new. What be the name? I will just name it as client secret here, and you can see here the information. What would be the recommended duration for this secret token? So I will just add 6 months, the default value here. Now I need to copy this to a notepad, this secret value. I have copied here, and I would need one more value here, the app ID, the client ID, which we say. I will go to the home, and this is the client ID. I'm not copying it now, and I will need these IDs later on. So I have these two IDs now. Now what I would need, I would need to do the authentication. So for authentication, I will go to this option. Here, I will add the, you can see I went to the authentication here, and now I will add the platform where the information will be authenticated. I am adding here, no, not going for the single page application or these type of applications. I will go for the web. So here it asking me the URL. Enter the URL, redirect URL where after authentication it will be routed, and also for these tokens. So I will need to provide this information and these two tokens. So for this information, I need to go back to my Copilot Studio. I will go to the Copilots. IT Copilot. And on the IT Copilot, I will go to settings. You will see here security. And it's under settings, security. I will go to the authentication. And here the default will is set for the Teams and Power Apps. I will select manual. And on manual, you will see this URL is showing up here. Redirect URL, token.boot framework. So I will copy this one. And where is my this? I will add the Copilot here and will provide this access token and also ID tokens. Configure. So now I'm good on the app registration site. I will go back to my Copilot security here. Here I need to provide that client ID, this one. Or here I will provide the client secret. I will save the information and let's see. Now the information has been saved. I will publish the changes. So you have seen the steps were quite simple. I went to the authentication also. Now I will go back to the Copilots, IT service, IT Copilot here. And now I will ask about, tell me about. Again, I'm asking the same question. Okay, some error on the authentication part. Let me check if I haven't made any. They haven't. But secret is, yeah, these are the correct parameters. Yeah. I mean, I will also take a look on the my secrets here. I have the client secret, this one, which I have copied, and also the permissions. So I have all the required permissions which are required. Now I will go back and publish again and request Copilot to please, it's live demo. So please publish the changes now. Sounds. This has been my almost 4th or 5th demo with the Copilot. Never given me tough time.
It's okay, man. We used to facing such issues during live demo.
Actually, I have the demos prepared for every event, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm just doing some troubleshooting so that this would be learning for me also, and also all for all the attendees if they haven't experienced this before. So I'm going back to Copilot, IT Copilot. Tell me about employee boarding. Let's see. So I will request Copilot to generate something. Finally, let me check if the URL. So finally, things start working after discussing with Copilot. It's showing me the information from that topic and giving the references for 1 and 2. And so I can go to directly those URLs by clicking here. And also, if you, at the end, if you see this one, is showing me this URL from the IT service. So for this specific demo, what the difference I have created, which could have causing some issues, that I created the site just before creating the Copilot. Otherwise, on all my previous demos, I always have used an existing site where I copied, uploaded documents. So this is the only difference. So that could be a reason, but I'm not worried. At the end, it started showing me up the information. And also for this one, now it went to the second source here, MS Desktop. So it might have some content similar. So it went to that one. So we have seen that how easily it is to configure Copilot with the sites, but this is a simple part. Now we will go for the. I think I have 15 minutes, so I will go for the within IT Copilot. I am going to the topics and pairs, and here I will add something new. I'm going to the Copilot, and I can create a topic. Topic is an area where you can define some steps with the Copilot, and it will be generating the responding as on the flow you have defined.
Excuse me, you don't have 15 minutes. We are running out of time. We have to wrap up.
Okay. Okay, these are the things we have learned about Copilot. Maybe in future we will learning more about how to create custom processes within the Copilot. So I just got that we do not have enough time now. So if you have any queries, you can ask me now. And we can go it from here. Any questions?
Hi. Get a quick question. How would you compare the PVA for Teams to the Copilot Studio currently? What's the biggest changes?
Actually, PVA was the smaller part, which is now part of a Copilot.
Yeah.
So on PVA, the PVA is just like a feature within Copilot. I would say PVA is still there, but it's now a feature within the Copilot.
Okay.
And you can go to developer. The only source which I would recommend is the developer.microsoft.com, where you can create your own tenant and start exploring the Copilot and all the Microsoft 365 services. And this will and on Microsoft Learn you can get the information regarding Copilot, all the recent updates, and you can reach out to me or on my contact information here on LinkedIn. You can go to my blog. Okay, any other questions? And thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity for this topic. discussions?
Thank you very much for this practical session. Everyone knows that sometimes the ghost of demo happens during the presentation, so this is normal. Thank you for the informative session and for the nice demo.
Thank you so much.
If everyone is interested to expand his knowledge concerning the Microsoft Gen AI tools and the Copilot, you will find like 3 or 4 courses on learnedofmicrosoft.com. Just search for Gen and Copilot and you will find 3 or 4 or 5 courses concerning this. Additionally, there is a GitHub repo that has been generated specifically by the Gen AI team in Microsoft concerning examples and samples for the same subject. So please search for it, go for it, and expand your knowledge. We will try to share even these links with you. Thank you very much.